Companies profit off the sales of toxic chemicals that feed fears rooted in colorism.
Most of you surely have one of these creams at home. Now, what if I told you that these creams could kill you? I know it sounds like an exaggeration, but it's not. A group of experts recently tested 271 anti-aging and skin-lightening creams. About half of them were contaminated with dangerous levels of mercury.
Potentially tainted products are usually manufactured abroad and sold illegally in the United States, often in shops catering to the Latino, Asian, African, or Middle Eastern communities. They're also promoted online on social media sites and sold through internet shops. Consumers may also have bought them in another country and brought them back to the U.S. for personal use.
What mercury does is block the production of melanin, the pigment that colors your skin. It also removes freckles and blemishes. Basically, mercury is a favorite ingredient among makers of anti-aging and skin-lightening creams. Does that mean you can drown yourself in mercury? You cannot. This chemical is dangerous. Overexposure to mercury can damage your kidneys, even your nervous system. The European Union has banned mercury from cosmetics altogether. What about India? India does not permit the use of mercury in cosmetics. Yet a 2014 study found mercury in 44% of fairness creams it tested in India.
They promise flawless skin and brighter days ahead. Creams labeled natural, herbal, anti-spot. But beneath these marketing masks lies a silent killer, mercury. Banned in most cosmetics, toxic even in tiny traces, and still found in illegal skin lightening creams today. These aren't just headlines. People have gone blind. Kids lost their mothers. Families destroyed by kidney failure, neurological damage, and comas. All from creams they believed were safe. Today we expose the silent poison running through the cosmetics aisle. Why does this matter? Because the marketplace is flooded with these hidden threats. Far from fringe, mercury-tainted creams are a global epidemic, and you might already have one in your cupboard. Over the next few minutes, we'll trace the industry, uncover the science, hear true horror stories, and show you how to survive this beauty nightmare. Mercury is a heavy, silvery metal with a deadly gift. It disrupts pigmentation faster than any other ingredient. It suppresses the enzyme tyrosinase. No enzyme, no melanin. The result? Skin that lightens fast. That's genius, you might think, until the cost is revealed. In the short term, mercury weakens the skin's natural barrier, leading to redness, irritation, rashes, and thinning. Some users describe a hot burning sensation as their pores collapse. Trust no bottle that comes with a tingle warning. It may be your body screaming. But the long game is far worse. Mercury enters the bloodstream, travels to the kidneys, and attacks the nervous system. It's cumulative. A dose too small today, another tomorrow. Over weeks, months, your nervous system begins to tremble. Hands twitch, thoughts cloud, memory vanishes, anxiety and depression whisper in your mind. Kidneys fail. In the worst cases, the damage becomes permanent. If you used a cream for 6 months and you suddenly can't remember your child's name, explains a toxicologist. Creams have tested at 12,000 parts per million, ppm. The legal threshold? Just 1 part per million. Imagine a football field where 1 square inch is legal and the rest is toxic. That's how poisonous some of these jars are. The science is clear, but the mechanics are insidious. Mercury may accelerate skin lightening in just weeks, rewarding marketers. Meanwhile, your body bears the hidden cost. This beauty shortcut isn't a shortcut at all, it's a trap. This poisoning epidemic isn't confined to one country. It spans continents, weaving through cultures, economies, and desperation. West Africa is ground zero. In Nigeria alone, over 77% of women have used skin lightening products. Markets are flooded with creams labeled half-cast or toned. These are often unregulated, sometimes homemade. Sellers revive them with local herbal names and herbal-sounding branding to mask their toxicity. South Asia is another hotspot. In India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, skin lightening isn't just a cosmetic choice, it's gold. Billions in annual revenue fuel this market. Iconic brands, once fair and lovely, now glow and radiance, laugh all the way to the bank. Newspapers are full of ads. Lighter skin equals better marriage, better jobs, better life. And if you doubt the power of colorism, these markets multiply yearly. Southeast and East Asia lurks beneath glossy storefronts and Instagram live streams. Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, China. Unlicensed creams sell in alleyways, online via WhatsApp groups, and through influencers who never disclose what's inside. But it's not only over there. In diaspora communities across Canada, the UK, and the US, families keep an unregulated pipeline flowing. Custom seizures happen weekly. Border agents confiscate jars hidden in suitcases. Still, some slip through. You can find them in markets, barber shops, even some beauty salons. A global map lights up with a common thread: desire for lighter skin. But what millions of users share is mercury poisoning, untested creams, informal supply lines, and disastrous damage. To understand mercury's proliferation, we need to understand colorism. A deeply embedded prejudice says lighter skin is better, smarter, prettier, more desirable. It appears in Bollywood heroines, K-pop idols, Nollywood stars, and even in job listings. This message starts young. Children given skin-lightening face wash, teenagers coaxed into fairness creams, birthdays are marked with presents of bleaching balms. Even college essays, wedding invitations, and resumes sometimes feature fairness expected. In India, class and caste lines hide behind tone. In West Africa, colonial beauty ideals endure. In diaspora communities, it becomes an identity marker. Lighter is safer, more acceptable. This pressure isn't theoretical. It's a daily physical force pushing people to use products that promise acceptance but deliver poison. Brands exploit it. Tone up, glow up, boss up, reads a Southeast Asian beauty slogan. But the fine print, unprinted, is always toxic. The system profits from shame. As long as lighter is labeled better, creams laden with mercury remain profitable. This is not a skincare crisis. It's a social justice crisis. This isn't abstract chemistry. These are real people, real faces, real lives, disfigured and devastated by mercury poisoning from skin-lightening products. California, 2019. A woman in Sacramento lay unconscious in a hospital bed. She had fallen into a coma after using a skin cream imported from Mexico, one she'd trusted for years. Tests showed it contained over 12,000 parts per million of mercury. Her blood mercury levels were among the highest ever recorded in the US. The contamination was so extreme, hospital staff had to seal off parts of her room. Her belongings were bagged as toxic waste. Doctors didn't just treat her, they decontaminated her surroundings. The cream had turned her into a walking source of neurotoxin. The woman never fully recovered. Minnesota, 2022. A Somali mother began losing her vision. It wasn't sudden, it was slow, insidious. Blurriness turned to tunnel vision. By the time doctors identified the source, an imported skin lightening cream, most of her sight was gone. Blood tests showed she'd been absorbing mercury through daily use. Her children had traces of mercury in their system too. How? Just by hugging their mother. In homes like this, mercury becomes a shared tragedy. A mother poisoned herself trying to feel beautiful. Her children paid the price. United Kingdom, 2020. Over 300 products were seized from beauty stores and black hair shops across England. Police found jars with fake labels, organic, herbal, natural, all laced with mercury. Some had ingredients scratched off. Others had no ingredients at all. One cream tested at 18,000 parts per million. That's the equivalent of applying toxic waste directly to your skin every morning. These cases are not isolated. They are the iceberg's tip. For every seizure, for every hospitalization, there are thousands of users who never get tested, who quietly suffer from brain fog, fatigue, kidney pain, infertility, or who die without knowing why. This isn't an accident. Mercury isn't accidentally getting into skincare, it's being added deliberately, knowingly, because it's cheap, potent, and profitable. Here's how it works. Manufacturers, especially underground labs or backyard operations, use inorganic mercury salts, not the kind found in thermometers, but the more corrosive form that strips melanin. It's dirt cheap compared to safer alternatives like kojic acid or niacinamide. Mercury gets results fast, that makes it marketable. So even if it kills the customer in the long run, the short-term glow makes it sell. They mask it behind names the average person wouldn't recognize. Calomel, mercurous chloride, mercuric iodide, or just active whitening agent or natural brightener. These terms sound harmless or even healthy. That's by design. Where do you find these creams? Not on the shelves of Sephora or Ulta, but in open-air markets in Lagos, Dhaka, or Manila. Through Instagram boutiques with no addresses, on WhatsApp groups, Telegram chats, or shady Amazon storefronts, in salons and barbershops that stock imported creams with no ingredient list. Some are handmade, packaged in plastic jars with no label at all. Others look convincing, with holograms and QR codes that lead nowhere. Mercury passes through borders by being mislabeled. It passes through customs because enforcement is overwhelmed. And it passes into your bloodstream the moment you smooth it onto your cheek. Mercury doesn't just harm the user, it spreads, it contaminates homes, it poisons communities, it pollutes the planet. Your home becomes toxic. Mercury rubs off on pillows, towels, bathtubs. It vaporizes into the air. Children inhale it. Partners absorb it through touch. In some studies, family members had elevated mercury levels just from living with a cream user. It poisons our environment. When users wash their faces, mercury washes into the drains. From there, it enters wastewater systems. Most treatment plants can't filter it out. It flows into rivers, lakes, and oceans, accumulating in fish, climbing the food chain. Mercury is a persistent toxin. It stays in the environment for decades. One cream contaminates more than one person. It contaminates ecosystems. It targets the vulnerable. Who uses these creams? Often women, often people of color, often people from low income or marginalized communities. The people most pressured to lighten their skin are also the ones least protected by the system. They are targeted by shady marketers, lied to by influencers, and left behind by regulation. In this way, mercury in skincare is more than a chemical crisis. It's a civil rights issue. It punishes people for trying to survive in a world that tells them their natural skin isn't good enough. The good news, this can be stopped. Here's how you fight back. Know your ingredients. If a product doesn't list its full ingredients, don't buy it. Avoid anything that contains mercury, calomel, mercurous chloride, or any brightener with no scientific clarity. Be wary of creams that come in unlabeled jars or from unknown sellers. Avoid informal markets. Do not buy skincare from Instagram sellers, WhatsApp resellers, or from markets where packaging looks off. If it's not sold by a verified retailer, or if it looks like a Photoshop job, walk away. Report what you see. Found a suspicious cream? Report it. In the US, you can contact the FDA. In the UK, MHRA. In Canada, Health Canada. Many agencies have online portals where you can upload a photo or barcode. Your tip could save someone's life. Reject the myth. Challenge colorism in your family, in your language, on your feed. Every time you hear fair is beautiful, push back. The system thrives on silence. The moment we name it, we begin to dismantle it. Because beauty should never come at the cost of your kidneys, your brain, your family, or your future. Skin lightening is not just a trend, it's an industry built on shame, and mercury is its deadliest weapon. If you think it can't affect you, think again. If you think no one around you uses these products, ask around. If you think this isn't your problem, realize this. Mercury doesn't discriminate once it's in your bloodstream.